So now we'll have corn on the cob for our picnic, said Porky. And carrots, said Bugs. Don't ever forget the carrots. Why is you don't plant carrots in the spring? It's a cool weather plant, cool weather crop. Oh, hello. How's everybody doing? This is I apologize for not doing a video last week, but I think the assignment's been pretty straightforward. Most of y'all have been doing a good job, a pretty good job of turning in those synopses to me. Remember, if you are in the honors class, you're reading one of the selected works, one of the longer selected works, and it said epic poem, novella, or like one of the longer short stories, or play. And you're going to have a total of 24 synopsis points for the same book, for the same story. It's just broken up into threes. I just chunked it into three parts, and you're getting three separate grades for it. So keep an eye on Infinite Campus. Keep an eye open for when grades are posted, and I'll do my part to keep checking to make sure that y'all are getting stuff turned in. The first set of synopses, the first assignment, the first quiz grade is actually I don't have that in a form in the form of a form. So you just handwrite or type that and send that in to my email address or through Google Classroom, whichever works best for you. Please utilize the forms for the second and third quizzes. Those seem to be working well. You might notice that this week I posted the assignment for the essay, the critical analysis essay. Make sure that you get started on that. Make sure you get started on that this week. Do not delay. Do not wait. That is broken up into chunks also. If you note the rubric, you can the rubrics. Your respective rubrics, either for Standard English or for Honors English, should explain it for you. For Honors English, I'm expecting 7 paragraphs, about 5 pages. For your Standard English folks, I'm expecting 6 paragraphs and 3 pages or more. Okay, it should be at least 3 pages. That should all be fairly self-explanatory. And I'll talk to you all some more right after this break.
Now, I'm going to show you 3 things, and you've got to tell me what you do with them. Number 1, a pint of... Well, you seem to know what to do with that one, all right. Number 2, a handkerchief. Excellent. Remember, coughs and sneezes spread diseases. Now, number 3, a bowl of disinfectant. Hey, you don't drink it, man. That's for the soiled handkerchief, which is full of germs. You put the handkerchief into the disinfectant, which kills the germs and so stops the spread of infection. Now, let's get this quite clear. You sneeze into the handkerchief and then put the handkerchief into a bowl of disinfectant to kill the germs. Not in with the family's washing. Got it? Sure? Good. Remember, don't spread germs.
All right, wasn't that great? A brief intermission. The second thing that I wanted to address again was emphasizing, and I talked about this in the Zoom meetings. Two things going on here. I mentioned a participation grade, a participation test grade. So far you've turned in your if you've turned in your packet that's mostly daily grades, you should be in good shape there. If you've turned in your quizzes and your synopses, those are your quiz grades. That should be helpful there. There's always the third thing. There's always the test grade. And so if the test grade you think is going to be problematic, if you think that's what's going to be the thing dragging you down, Make sure that you're participating. Okay, so for those of you that have already been participating, you should do fairly well in that department. If not, if you're just now getting out from underneath the covers and discovering that this is the real deal, we're a charter school, we're not a public school, or not doing things the public school way, or completely the public school way. We're doing things a little differently. We're doing things a little bit more like the private schools. Okay, so if you got public schools over here, private schools over here, you guys are right here in the middle. And we're not following the typical public school policy of just handing you a grade at the end of this 9 weeks or the end of this semester. You still gotta work and gotta turn in the work, and you still gotta demonstrate that you're turning in the work. If that's a concern, or if you know people who haven't been paying any attention to this stuff and they think it's a concern, and they're concerned about it, then get them to participate. At least get them to try to get in there and do something in this 11th hour and in these last 2 weeks. Okay. All right. Well, I'll leave it at that. I know y'all are busy. Some of y'all are working. Some of y'all got other assignments, other math and history and all that good stuff. Make sure you prioritize English though, because it is a core subject. And I'm still giving zeros if you're just not bothering to do anything or not bothering to show up. And don't do things in halves either. Give me your best and give me your full assignments. All right. We'll see you all next week, and take care now. All right. Oops, that's the wrong book. In that manner, according to this system, the sum total of the annual produce of the land is distributed among the three classes above mentioned, and in what manner the labor of the unproductive class does no more than replace the value of its own consumption without increasing in any respect the value of that sum total is represented by